Welcome one, welcome all to the 2021 YMSL season. I am here with the Chief of Staff, back for his third year, Sol Towel. Sol, thank you for joining us.
Norm, thank you for having me.
And of course, the grand captain of the championship 2013 Montreal Expos. Of course, we're celebrating our 8-year anniversary this season in Montreal. We have the grand captain, the commissioner emeritus, if you will, Ronald V. Jamal. Welcome to the set.
Thank you, son Norman.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, son Shaul.
And let's get started. First of all, it was a very, very short off season this year because last year we didn't start till July 4th weekend. We had 2 games on Friday, July 3rd, 2 games on Sunday, July 5th, and then miraculously, we played every single Sunday from there on in with no rainouts, no issues. We went straight through, and we somehow got the season done in September. It was a wild World Series. I think Zach Ashkenazi put on a show last year that I don't know if I've ever seen a performance like that in a postseason.
I never did.
You never did.
I never did. In my life, never.
I mean,
you've been sitting in those left field, right field,
every year
spots for 50 years. Probably.
Never saw anything like it in my life.
Now Zach has won before, but he this time he was the first round pick, the captain of the team. And if you want to be considered an all-time great in YMSL, you need to rack up championships as the first round pick, like Mara Shama did so many times. And with that, I'll announce that this year will be very different for so many of us because Mara Shama has retired officially after 3 or 4 false alarms. This year, he is actually not going to be playing. So that's a loss for all of us.
You know what? He alluded to it with the team name of One More Time.
We should have gotten the hint.
We tried not to get the hint.
Never thought of that one.
Yes. It was one more time, meaning this is it. But he really went through with it. And we tried. We tried getting him not to retire. One of the all-time greats at shortstop, offensive, defensive, and everything. He won 7 different rings, and I believe he was captain for many of them, and first-round pick or first overall pick for many of them as well, on teams led by Moses and others. Moses amongst others. Moses will not be coming back this year. Just a couple of housekeeping things. Let's just go over a couple of quick rules that we're bringing this year.
Okay.
I think, and when we asked the question with the Gold Gloves last year, which playoff format do you prefer? The majority of the people preferred the format that we did last year, which is a 5-team playoff. The 4 plays the 5. 1 game on the Friday after the season, and then you go straight to the semifinals. In the past, we've had 6 teams make the playoffs. This year, we're going to do with what we did last year. We're going to go with a 5-team playoff, which, in my personal opinion, in an 8-team league, only 5 should be making the playoffs. I don't see why a 6 seed, when you only have 8 teams playing, should get to the postseason.
Yeah, you know what? At the end of the day, the 4 versus 5 game was created in order to try and get us through the season for it to end in September. But I think what happened is that it became a really enjoyable game. The 4 versus 5 is a team. They're both teams that are really fighting for that spot. And like you said, it enhances the competitiveness of the league as a whole. And to me, it doesn't really eliminate anyone, all that early unless you're really having a terrible season. So I think it's a good thing to be kept for the year.
It's fine. Okay, so now we're going with the 4-5. We're also going with something else that we did last year, which was, and we did this the last 2 years. There's no temporary replacements. If you're replacing somebody, it's permanent. So if someone is injured, you have to make that decision. Is it time to replace him, or is he coming back? We're not going to have games or shenanigans.
No, that's it. It's a professional league.
It's a professional league. We've done it the last 2 years, so that's coming back. Another thing that's coming back, the 4-5 game will most probably, almost definitely be on a Friday. All 96 guys that signed up understand that when the playoffs come around, we're going to have Friday games.
Yes.
I know some people don't like it, but most people absolutely love it. There's nothing like a YMSL Friday afternoon game.
Nothing like it.
We'll try to start as early as we can so we can get it done. We'll try to be fair to the two captains involved, but we will get the game in as we showed last year. Now let's get to what everyone is waiting for. The 8 captains of YMSL for 2021. The 8 people who will be drafting in just 2 weeks. Wednesday night, March 3rd. It's right
Amazing.
around the corner.
Amazing.
Jackie, draftologist Zolta, is back. Sandy,
Oh, wow.
the league historian, is back.
Both cleared arbitration.
Both cleared arbitration. Elliot Eldongo Anthony has signed a contract. He will be working for YMSL TV
Wow.
this year as well.
Major.
So your favorite crew is back. And let's start with someone we already mentioned. No surprise here. The World Championship captain, Zach Ashkenazi, will be a captain again. I don't think anyone should be surprised by that.
No.
Yes, especially given your text, Norm, of Z will be captain. Find out who the other 7 captains are. I don't
Right.
think anyone
Right.
should be surprised by that. Z, undisputed top player in the league, won last year. Is going to be dangerous from the start, and I'm excited to see, what team he can.
Last year he
what
made
team
a lot of
draw.
moves trading to get a couple of first round picks. He
Yeah.
had Max, he did Farka. I'm not sure he's going to be able to do that again, but let's see.
And Saul, how difficult was it for you and Norman to discuss the captains?
Well,
I know there
from
was
a-
very big people that wanted to be a captain and they were refused.
So just from a logistical standpoint, the captains are decided by the committee. One, I am not on the committee. Norman's also not on the committee. So the captains are decided purely by the committee. Norman can listen if you like. So that burden falls fully on the committee.
committee.
I don't know until I walk to the studio today who's going to be captain.
Now 31 people requested to be captain.
31 nominations.
31 people. It was like the Democratic primary a couple of years ago, if you could go back there, where the stage had all those people on it. And some people we eliminated right away, but it was tough getting it from the final 12 to the 8 that we chose, to the Zach plus 7. And now I'll reveal another one, a returning captain from last year. And there's not a lot of returning captains, but a returning captain from last year that will be captain again. He headed the cold-blooded organization last year, Joe Ashkenazi. They took swimming to 3 games, but they got blown out in that 3rd game. Some of that's got to fall on Joe. He's hungry to hit the field this year because his team was not ready for that Game 3 embarrassment
They
that
were
happened last
They were
year.
literally not ready, Norm. I remember some people were straggling in
Late.
late.
Yes.
Again, new season. We're not here to call out names from the last season. But, Joe Ashko was interesting because he didn't really make, I don't think, any pre-draft moves. Maybe one in the end.
None.
No pre-draft moves. So everyone was kind of on edge. New captain, or at least he hadn't captained in a long time, correct?
Yeah,
And
that's right. He captained Legion
Captain.
of Boom back in the
Back in the
previous
day.
time.
before my time in the league. But point being, he surprised a lot of people because by mid-draft, everyone said this guy has the best team in the league, and he didn't make one move.
Now, you played with him in the Lumber Kings organization.
Yes.
And really, A.B. Saka was the captain of that team.
Correct.
But many people from the Lumber Kings said that Joe
Yeah, I call it more
Eshko-
of a dual captainship,
Well, I think some people will be surprised because A.B.'s been captain for so long, and there's been this rumor out here that we're looking to clean house. But really, we're just looking to get the best captains we can for people that wanted to be captain. And A.B. checked that box. He said, I would like to be captain this year again. We debated it. Eventually, it's time for everyone to step away and give other people the opportunity. But we felt this year was a good chance for AB to come back one more time and be captain again and see what he can do. He gets his team far. He got his team to the World Series last year. He was in the semis 2 years ago. It's almost a guarantee you get into the postseason with AB Saka. He's a bulldog. He starts slow sometimes, but last year he didn't. Last year he went 5-1 out of the box. So now we have 3 returning captains from last year: Z, Eshko, and AB Saka. Thoughts?
All good.
All good.
All good.
Now, those are the only returning captains, which means someone like JT, who's been captain for a long time, he is not captain this year. So there are 11 unknown players out there. You don't even know who you are. You can exhale because JT will not be your captain this year. Congratulations. And Max Sutton, my friend Max Sutton, after, I don't know, 10, 12 years in a row of being captain, I'm not sure, but it's been quite some time, couple of championships, named his teams after the Beatles, after the wrestling, has been very, very successful in this league as a captain and as a player. Max Sutton, not a captain this year.
Does he know that now?
Now he knows.
Well, he did not know that before.
Nobody knows any of the captains until
boy.
right now.
Oh boy.
So now we have 5 new captains that were not captain last year. And one of them, in my opinion, really should have been captain last year.
Right.
I really think the committee screwed this one up last year when they voted him not to be. And I think he gets redemption this year. My main man, Dano. Dano is captain this year.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of that?
Excellent.
Excellent.
Because the truth is, like, I'm thrilled that Dano's captain. I also agreed with you last year when he was not captain. I thought he should have been. I think it was good for the committee to do right by him this time. He deserved to be captain. You know, he was coming off the championship
With
the year
Baltimore.
prior with Baltimore.
Dano, in my eyes, is a third baseman.
I agree.
I don't know where he is in his eyes. Maybe
agree.
he thinks he's a short center, second baseman, catcher. I don't know. He played a bunch of positions last year.
I mean, the cool thing is he'll get to build his team in his own mold.
Get to build
You
his
know,
team. He'll
so-
be flexible, a la Carlos back in the day. He used to just draft, and put himself wherever there was a spot available.
That's what he did, huh?
Yeah, that's what Carlos did. With Rockford, I drafted with Carlos. He was going to be our center fielder. We drafted Jacobatti, so we went to left. We drafted DK, we put him in right. We drafted Bub, we ended up moving Carlos to the infield. And that's the way it worked. So Dano has some flexibility as well. A person with really no flexibility, and his position is pretty much set, is a big first baseman with much success in this league. And I could go in a couple of directions over here.
Okay, waiting to see which one you choose.
Baltimore Orioles, the biggest hit in Game 5, Mo Haber.
It's great to hear.
Captain?
He's captain.
Oh boy.
Maurice Haber is captain. He's been captain in the past. Of course, the famous Maurice's Pieces team of the past. Mo Haber's back. It's been quite some time since he's back.
He's like Casey Stengel over
Yes,
here.
he is. Yes, that's good. He's almost as old as Casey as well.
Unbelievable. Congratulations.
But congratulations to Mo Haber.
I
know-
agree on congratulations. I have a ton of respect for Mo Haber in this league. Even when he's not captain over the last 3 years, he's been just as active as any captain, both on the field and off the field.
You would think he's
both
the
in the
captain
media,
every time he plays.
Right.
Exactly. Both in the media and outside the media. I'm curious to see how he's going to craft his team, but I'm excited to see him do it. I think it's a great pick by the committee.
Okay, now we have another first baseman that's going to be a captain. This guy lives and dies softball. He breathes softball. He is a softball junkie. There's no other way to put it. And he joined the league a few years back. He was an import from Brooklyn. He did not have much success. He played on the Cheeseheads. He played on, I think he played on Sacred Hit List. I'm not sure. But he ended up, he started off very rough in the YMSL. Couldn't make the playoffs for so many years. When he finally broke through with the White Walkers, this man made every play in the field and could not get out at the plate. He was MVP of the
Yes.
World Series. Mr. Ike Mavora is a first-time captain in the YMSL. He's captain in every other league. He's captain in every other sport, but this is his first chance at drafting in this league, and I think this is 8-ball side pocket for Mavora. I'm sure he'll draft a great team. I'm sure he'll do his research, and I'm sure he'll be thrilled that he got voted with unanimous consent from
Out
the
of
committee
30,
to be a
40
captain.
people.
Yeah,
That's a great
and
stat.
30, 40 people, unanimous, no debate. Everyone
Wow.
wanted Ike. We wanted him to be captain last year. He's captain material, and I'm sure he'll do great. That
Very
leaves
exciting.
2 more spots. Again, there were 31 nominees. We've named 6. So out of the 25 remaining, we could only pick 2. So do not get offended.
So we're down to 2?
We're down to 2 more captains.
You just named 5?
Yes, we did 6. We did Zach, Joe Eshko, A.B. Saka, and then we did Mavora, Mo Haber, and Dano. We got 2 more.
Okay.
We got 2 more.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, the next one. This young fellow. This is an interesting one. This is very interesting. Just think of past drafts. Think of last year, for instance. Mo Shama, his last time in the league, and he said, you know what, I had enough of not being with a real pitcher. He traded his whole draft for Nabi. The year before, there was a Nabi sweepstakes as well. And it hurts his team.
Correct.
It
And
hurts
the year
Nathan's
before that
team.
was the Navy rule, which is prior to your.
That was
prior to
ridiculous.
your thing.
That
Sorry.
was moronic. Okay. So now, imagine you could have a team where you don't have to trade your whole squad for Nabi. Where you just have Nabi, but you also have a 2nd round pick, a 3rd round pick, a 4th round pick. We're finally going to have that this year because Nabi himself will be the captain of his team. Now, Nabi hasn't said this. He hasn't said this, but you got to know that as great as he is, he cannot be happy that Max Yedid has had far more success than him in the last 3 years. Than
He's
Nabi.
starting a war.
I mean, Max Yedid has won 2 championships, one on Baltimore, and then another one where he was drafted in the 1st round on swimming.
Yeah.
So he's won 2 rings. Nabi, on the other hand, he lost in the World Series 2 years ago. But again, every time Nabi is on a team,
His
they've
team
had
has
to
come-
trade
exactly.
so much to get him. This is a much more even playing field. Max Yedid will go somewhere in the first few picks. Nabi will be slotted in the first few picks, obviously. He'll be locked in. And now you can have those 2 powerhouse pitchers able to have real teams around them. Unless it goes the other way, unless people start trading to get Max, because
Well, I think I'm going to interrupt you.
Yeah.
I honestly think the Ashkenazi boy is going to take the first pick. He's not playing this year without Max pitching.
who's that? Oh, Zach. You think Zach?
Is going to pick first pick, no outfielder,
The problem with
He's
that is
picking
that
a pitcher.
okay, but Zach is locked in the 1st round as the first few picks. If he wants to draft Max, he's going to have to do what he did last year and make a lot of trades to get
He's gonna
the
do it.
opportunity. You
How
think
could
he's
you-
doing it?
How could you have a softball team without Max Yedid pitching for you?
Well, 7 teams and 80-something guys are going to have to do that. There's only one team that gets him. Another team gets an AB. Another team has AB Saka. By the way, the talent this year
This is wild.
is insane. This is the most talented YMSL I've ever seen. The first 2 rounds can go in any direction. There are so many studs that are playing. Joe Greenberg didn't play last year. He's back. Michael Beta is playing this year. Eddie Rishti is playing this year.
Unbelievable.
Michael Cohen is playing this year.
Wow.
Jimmy Malak, he didn't play last year. Buka didn't play last year. We have Teddy Ishak coming from Brooklyn this year.
Wow.
We have
Yeah.
a lot of guys coming back, and the talent is insane. When I look through the list, you're looking at 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds, and you still have real players.
And I think that is going to be a good contrast with what we're dealing with now. We have 5 new captains, so we have no idea how this draft's going to take form. I can't tell you with any of these people who they're going to select. No one seems,
They don't have trends yet.
exactly. No one has the trends. Plus, throw in all these new people that are bringing A+ talent. Who's going to go with them? Who's going to go with the guaranteed YMSL stats? Who's going to say, let me look elsewhere in the minor leagues or other leagues for reference? It's going to be exciting.
There is one more captain that we have to name. The last captain spot. And this, I've seen so many rumors out there. I haven't seen much of this name mentioned. So it might be a surprise, but it makes all the sense in the world. Last year's MVP for the regular season, Mr. Jack Abadi, will be captain this
Jabity?
year. Jabity is a captain this year.
Javidi Mabruk.
So you're talking some of the real studs of our league. Jabity, Nabi, and Z, all as captains this year. So it's a different type of draft. You have
Yeah.
3 guys locked in the 1st round. You have Eshko and
Wow.
Amy Saka. You have
Interesting.
Mavora, Mo Haber, and Dano. I think it's a great crew of captains. A little housekeeping soul. You may ask, how could Jabity be captain? He's on the committee, conflict of interest. Jabity has been removed from the committee so he could be captain. And Mo Cass, who is not captain, will join the committee.
Great addition to the committee.
Great addition to the committee. We already love him. So those are the captains for the 2021 season. We will pick via the lottery. The draft balls will be picked later this week. Everyone will know where they're picking. And that's it. We have 2 weeks till the draft.
Wow.
March 3rd. Wednesday night, March 3rd. The first 2 rounds of the draft. Sunday morning, March 7th in DSN is the final 10 rounds of the draft.
Norm,
and
one of
opening
these-
day, April 11th,
Wow.
right after Passover.
Wow, Norm, one of these 8 are going to be the 2021 winning captain in the YMSL. That's a feat that not many people can be a part of. So that's exciting. Good luck to all 8.
Yes.
April 11th. I'm ready to get on the field. Norm.
April 11th, and it all starts here.
Wow.
It all starts tonight. The last word will go to RVJ.
Norman, your phone has been buzzing since you announced all the captains. That's it. They're freaking out.
They're freaking out. They're going crazy.
Now the politics begin.
That's right. The politics, the trading.
The drafting.
All the action starts now. Guys, good luck. Everyone stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you on the fields April 11th and at the draft March 3rd. For the Chief of Staff, Sol Towell, for the Grand Commissioner Emeritus, Ronald Victor Jamal, I am your Commissioner, Norman Jamal, and we will see you soon. Thank you.
Congratulations.